Hello everyone, I'm RecB5.
And I'm Sandman99.
And welcome back to Hot Shots Golf 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so today we're going to be doing tournament mode. And we've got a number of characters we could select from. I was tempted to use Cedric here because I like his spin rating. That's really my playstyle. But I'm going to use Dottie just so that we can show off Dottie and what Dottie can do. We're going to do our first tournament in the first course in the first season, because there are multiple seasons in this game. That changes how the courses play. So this is springtime. I forget what's particularly unique about springtime. I know in summertime, rough is the thickest. And in, I think, fall and winter, you can hit the ball into the rough, and it only really gives you like a 10% power reduction. Yeah, and you get a little flag every time you've got a longest drive somewhere. I'm actually going to club down here, because it's downhill, and there's a tailwind. I'm going to try to get it really close.
Oh, you were really close, and then you spun it away.
You're the man!
Well, that's kind of how this goes, right?
Yeah.
Nice birdie.
Well, you're off to a good start. Well, she does the twist when she's...
Yeah, she does like a twist.
Yeah.
I think she's like a 60-year-old lady or something like that. But, yeah. On this hole, I like to play a fade and cut the corner a bunch, but none of the characters we have really have a lot of power to do that with yet. But you basically, the pin placement on this hole is hard if it's at the front, because you basically need to almost totally carry that. And I totally didn't carry that. I'm going to be short up front, because it raises up right towards the front. And then it gets super downhill too.
Oh, that was close.
I really tried hard there. I really wanted the chip in.
Yeah, you almost got it.
Yeah. But Dottie has some extra power, so I don't know, maybe I can make this par 5.
Well, that's a long shot off the fairway. So, how does side spin work in this game now?
Side spin in this game is directly from where you're aiming. So like I'm aiming there, and so if I use side spin, my ball will go either left or right, and then back towards my target.
Yeah, and it didn't work that way in Hot Shots Golf 1.
That's right. In Hot Shots Golf 1, you had to manually aim around.
Yeah. So they more or less added a few things to make the game a little bit easier in some ways.
Yeah, so it's easier to judge that your side spin is going to end up in the end going where you want it to. But see, now I'm getting that shitty Dottie lie out of the rough. But at the same time, it's also a little bit harder to tell if you're actually going to curve around the obstacle. Like, I could have very well hit that tree if I had hit that with perfect impact. I might have actually hit that tree. And I couldn't tell you if I had that aimed entirely correctly or not. I might have been better off going the other way around the tree.
Oh, and then you missed the putt.
Yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. This green is kind of like a soft dome. And so it is what it is. This hole I actually kind of hate. I think springtime is also generally a little windier, as you might notice.
Yeah.
Ooh, I really wanted the super backspin there. Now I'm going to end up in that front bunker. Or maybe not quite, but I'm not going to make the green, damn it. Ooh, and then I shanked that. Whatever, maybe it'll go in anyways.
Not quite.
Almost.
Yeah, you were just playing the break there, right?
Yeah, well, I was playing the break, and also I had a bit of a slope on my ball, and then I was also trying to spin it so that it would roll down the hill. I don't know why, I always hit a super topspin shot on this hole. It's funny, too, because the amount that you shank a ball is not determined by how high that ball is in the air anymore. So it used to be if you hit the ball high in Hot Shots Golf 1, you shanked it, you would shank it a lot. But that's not the case with this game anymore. You'll shank it just as much if you hit a topspin shot as you will with a backspin shot.
Oh, that was close.
You're the man.
I was trying, but you gotta try every single shot. You gotta try to get a chip in or something. And it's easier in this game than it is in Hot Shots Golf 1 because of the added precision of the power bar.
Yeah.
But I still like hitting my tee shots with backspin. Especially to an uphill fairway like this. This is one of those greens where having your super backspin shot well honed actually makes a difference. Except I didn't get my super backspin shot, so now I'm going to be like 15 feet off to the right. Or more, maybe 18 feet.
Oh well, that still didn't look too bad.
You're the man.
Now the main thing is just because this slope is really bad. Right? Like it's very uphill. But I guess if I end up rolling down the slope at just the right angle, it's more or less a straight putt, right? So whatever. I guess that is what it is. But I've hit a standard backspin shot here. Because then I can ride this on the slope. I guess I didn't get as much of the slope as I thought I was gonna, but makes this putt a little bit trickier. But really where the main challenge really comes in is not so much playing the holes properly such that you don't bogey, but playing the holes properly such that you get a birdie, right? Because you want a birdie like every single hole.
Nice shot.
There, we'll get like 2 extra yards from the super backspin there, from the 2-mile-an-hour wind carrying us forward. So if I hit a super backspin shot here, I should be like right next to the pin, but if it's not a super backspin shot, we'll be short.
Nice shot.
And that's basically just completely and totally dependent on getting that super perfect impact, right?
Yeah.
If you can't get that perfect impact, then it actually, if you have a type of shot plan that requires perfect impact, you can actually end up like 20 feet off if you don't get perfect impact. Because backspin and super backspin, for example, operate very differently from one another.
Yeah. So in this game, too, depending on what character you're playing, you get different amount of power shots available for a round, too, right?
I actually can't recall. Maybe that's the case. But I know that the main thing that was introduced that's actually a big difference between characters is actually strengths and weaknesses. So for example, if we talk about the starting characters, Dottie here is weak in the rough. Sam, I think, who's another one of the starting characters, she can't hit her driver off the fairway on a lie like this for some reason. She's bad at bad fairway lies, if that's a thing. Yeah, I basically hit the front of that slope and got over it with velocity.
You're the man.
But yeah, and then there are some characters who are good in other things too, like good in the rough or good in the sand trap. or things like that.
Oh!
Ah, damn. Damn. That would have been our first eagle, I think.
Well,
Next time. But it actually doesn't take all that long to play a round of golf in this one. Especially with the added shot skipping and things like that. On this hole, I'll always club down and play to the right of this bunker here, because the green is very flat here. But also sometimes the pin can be up top on that other hill. Well, that might be a little shorter than I wanted because of the bad fairway lie. If only I'd gotten the super impact and the super backspin, then I would have gotten extra carry from the 4-mile-an-hour wind. Which was kind of what I was banking on for this approach shot.
Nice birdie.
Oh, I guess the green is pretty flat in this area anyways.
yeah, you still came out of that just fine.
This is actually a very dangerous hole, because this is a lot narrower than it looks. And it's very easy to shank your ball into the out of bounds over there if you do shank it. And I guess with a crosswind too, that probably makes it a bit worse. And that bunker over there too, the fairway slopes into it on all sides. And so if you hit anywhere near it, you're probably going to put your ball in that bunker. I don't know how strong that wind is going to be. I'll take a little bit off and hit some backspin. I wanted super backspin because this pin is in the slope here. And so I wanted to grab on the slope, but I didn't get the shot that I wanted anyways. I didn't get the power I wanted. I didn't get the impact I wanted. So now I have to deal with it. And I didn't play that break enough. Probably didn't hit that hard enough, to be honest. When you see that it kind of really jay off like that at the end of a putt, it's probably because you didn't hit it hard enough. And it'll give you like a little bit of extra trickle. And that's it. And that can be useful for a downhill putt, but it's not really all that great for an uphill putt.
Well, here on the 12th hole, you've got a 9-shot lead in this tournament anyway.
Yeah, nobody's even shooting par, I guess.
Yeah.
I could have played that wind a little more. I didn't think it was a 12-mile-an-hour wind. I thought it was like maybe a 10-mile-an-hour wind. But oh well. That's probably too hard. Yeah, that actually broke the other direction. That's the thing, too. The deceptive green reading from Hot Shots Golf 1 is also present in this game, where putts sometimes will break in the wrong direction, even if it says that they're flat.
Yeah.
And I have no idea why that is. I'd imagine it's just like a rounding issue. If I'd aimed that putt straight, though, it probably would have gone in.
Yeah, I think you started with only like 10 power shots with this character, right?
Possibly. I don't know. I just kind of use them as I need them, and then if I run out and I go to use one, it's just like, oh shit, I guess I ran out.
Yeah, I think that if I remember right, some characters have only 8, and some have 10, and some have 12 in this game.
There we
You're
go.
the man.
Basically, I just wanted the super backspin there so I could carry that front tree. That's the only reason I wanted super backspin there, because obviously I'm not going to stop a 2-iron, right? But I can get the loft over that tree and the loft over the front of the green.
Well, we're going to see the Eagles celebration here now.
Yep. See, on this hole, it's actually kind of easy to hit your ball off the back of the fairway, because this slope is quite downhill. I mean, you can use this if you wanted to hit like 250, 260 yard drives if you hit your tee shot with like super topspin or something, but you might roll off the end too if you hit the ball hard enough. Firstly, I think I'm just going to approach this green with a normal backspin shot because this is uphill. And if I use super backspin, my ball will roll down the hill and I'll be like 15 feet away.
Nice birdie.
But that's the thing though too, right? Is there's a time and a place for your super spins and a time and a place for just playing the ball normally. See? 225 in the air. And not a yard further. But that's okay. Now, I think that my lie here and the wind should probably even out. That's kind of what I'm going to bank on.
Well, that was a pretty good shot.
Man.
Yeah, they roughly evened out. I guess I could have, like, played my break slightly.
Nice birdie.
But this is actually kind of a rough round for me. I didn't warm up today or anything like that, so...
Yeah. Yeah, you're only potentially going to be shooting like minus 13.
That's exactly it. That's the problem. Anyways, this green breaks like that. So, I think... Well, I have to hit a fade shot here. I don't have a choice. I have to hit a fade shot. I don't get a choice. But that's not bad. I guess if I'd have played the break of the green a little bit more to the left, I might have had a chip-in opportunity.
A hole in one, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, you got a gun for it, man. Every hole.
Nice birdie.
Every hole you got a gun for it. This hole's actually kind of narrow too, and the fairway actually slopes right to left because they want you to get you caught behind that tree. That's the main hazard of this hole. I'm just gonna hit a super backspin shot there and try to hit it right at the pin.
You're the man.
I was actually hoping that the wind would blow me a little bit off to the right, but I didn't get any budge from the wind whatsoever.
Nice birdie.
But putting in this game is also a little different because it's a lot more precise, first of all.
Yeah. Yeah, you have that extra precision bar.
Yeah. And then also, on top of that, you can aim the ball a little bit more directly at the hole and hit it a little harder as well. Like there's a bit of variation in the types of techniques you can employ. Now this is dangerous because if I hit the front of this green at all, I'm going in the water.
Well, then you'd best not do that.
If I do that, then I'll still win the tournament.
I think you're going to win the tournament anyway.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I went off the back. See, maybe I should have used the 3-wood there and relied on the better impact zone instead of just hitting it as hard as I can, hoping if I shank it, I wouldn't hit the front of the green. Because a lot of this, too, sometimes is just compensating for, like, a weakness or compensating for a potential mistake. And that limits your efficiency a little bit, right?
Well, you hit the pin.
With a fade! With a fade!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Nice
You had
birdie.
to settle for a birdie on this one, so you only shot minus 14.
Yep. Ah, well.
You won the tournament by 18 shots, though.
Well, you know how it goes. Wow, everybody did so awful.
Yeah, well, this is the very first tournament.
Yeah,
so
we're not even like an amateur, or maybe
Yeah.
we are an amateur. I don't know what the lowest rating is. we get our trophy. And turbo spin clubs.
Ooh,
there you go.
There, now you'll really be able to play the spin, eh?
Except that it reduces my power rating. Because that's what turbo spin clubs do. I don't know, I might use them just for shits and giggles, but yeah. So, I guess that's it for this time. I'm
Yeah.
Mark V5.
And I'm Sandman99.
I hope you guys had a good time watching. Take care.